This video will show you how to navigate to the budget object code budget amounts in your web-based tip. In order to navigate to your budget object code budget amounts, you will need to select the gear icon from the top right-hand menu. Move over to the Setup column and select Budget Object Code Budgets. On this screen, you will find the budget object code title and the total amount budgeted. Please remember that all campuses and LEAs should be closing the 2021 to 2022 grants on the tip. Please do not add anticipated funding for the 2022 to 2023 school year. If you notice that an area is overspent on your tip, you may either update the total amount budgeted for the 2021 to 2022 school year on this page, or you may need to update the action items that are tied to that budget object code. In order to do so, you may navigate over to your Essential Actions tab in this left-hand menu, select Essential Actions, you'll notice that from this page, it gives you an overview of your essential actions for cycles 1 through 3 in the first section. You'll also see a snippet of your budget in this right-hand section. You may also select Edit if you need to update your budget object codes. As you scroll down to the second section, you may navigate to each of your cycle action steps from here. For my example, I will select cycle 3. This page shows me my rationale implementation level, who I will partner with, how I will build capacity, and other plan elements. I want to view my action steps since those are tied directly to my budget object code. I can view my action steps by selecting Expand All. Now that I've expanded all, I can see each action step. I'm going to keep scrolling to double check that my funding sources are correct. I'm noticing here that I have a funding source of $230 tied to this action step. However, we've already purchased the weekly book study materials back in the previous cycle. So this amount is actually duplicative and needs to be updated. I can update my funding sources by selecting the Edit button in this top right-hand corner next to where it says Action Step 3. I will select Edit, and then I will scroll down to Funding Sources. Since I've already named that we have purchased the 6 leverage leadership books in a previous cycle, I will ensure that this is updated to reflect that. This is no longer an expense for cycle 3. I am going to keep my resources needed for this action step so that I can actively track it on my campus funding summary page. This is an action step that we still want to keep working on, even though we've already purchased the materials in a previous cycle. Now that my funding sources have been updated to accurately reflect my expenses, I will select Save Action Step 3. Now my action step has been updated to adequately reflect my expenses for this cycle. Remember, if you need to update your budget object code amounts, you can do so by selecting this pencil icon that says Edit Budget Object Codes, or you may do so by scrolling all the way back up to the top, clicking on the gear icon, moving over to the Setup row, select Budget Object Code Amounts, and updating each amount here.